Now, if you get an idea and you put that idea into society long enough, it becomes a societal norm. Now, if you keep fueling that societal norm over time, it forms part of society's culture. You pass culture on generation to generation, it becomes tradition. Now, we need only look across the world right now to see that culture and tradition are not good benchmarks for morality. Let's just consider first off that in some cultures across the world, it's acceptable to treat a woman as less than a man. We would hardly consider that to be moral. In some cultures, it's acceptable to perform female genital mutilation, but again, we would hardly consider that to be moral, even though it's very much a traditional practice. Let's apply this logic and way of thinking to a situation where it's non-human animals that are being oppressed. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival is an annual festival where tens of thousands of dogs and cats are bred into existence, they're mutilated, they're killed, and ultimately, they're eaten. Is it therefore moral to kill and eat a dog if doing so forms part of the community's culture or tradition? What about in Bocknell, where again, an annual festival where tens of thousands of dogs and cats are killed? Is that moral? What about in Japan, where every year they slaughter thousands of dolphins? Is that moral because it's traditional? Or in the Faroe Islands, where every single year they slaughter thousands of pilot whales? Again, is that moral because it's cultural? But if it's not moral for other cultures to kill dogs and cats and whales and dolphins, why would it be moral for us to kill cows and pigs and chicken and sheep and ducks and geese and all the animals that we kill and consume in this country? And can we really justify that behaviour by saying it's something we've always done, or it's cultural, or it's traditional? Now, it always strikes me so strange that we have this moral hypocrisy in society where we view some animals as different to other animals. Why is that? Why is it that so many of us in society get so angry and upset at the notion of a dog being hurt and killed, but laugh at those that get angry and upset at the notion of a pig or a cow or a chicken being killed? The Winter Olympics were just on in South Korea, and I found it so jarring because people were outraged that in South Korea they have a dog meat trade. People were calling on a boycott of the Winter Olympics, saying that some of the athletes shouldn't go because they have a dog meat trade, because they kill and eat dogs. There were some of the athletes there that actually rescued some of the dogs from the dog meat trade, and they were called heroes. They were seen as heroes, as animal rescuers, as lovers of animals, but while they were rescuing those dogs, they were going back and eating chickens and cows and pigs. Why is it that we have this moral distinction? After all of these animals are alive. They all think, they all feel, they can all suffer, they can all show compassion and receive compassion. And most importantly, they all deserve to receive compassion.